Hey guys, welcome back to Beyond the Horizon with Brumby, and I'm your host, Brumby. How to start this off? Do I ask for too much attention? Like, is that something I can't live without, or am I able to get that from myself, or do I have to have somebody else's validation in order to keep going? That's kind of what my brain's been asking me lately, because normally I'd think I don't need somebody else's validation, and I feel like that hasn't really been the case, or at least for a really long time. But then yet I do things or I'll say things that kind of contradict that. So my brain is a little fuzzled lately. And not like in a bad way, it's just kind of, you know, there's, as human beings, there's always going to be things for us to kind of decipher about ourselves. Even we're going to be 98 and I'm still going to be deciphering things about myself. Like, that's so fun. There's always going to be something new to learn about myself. And that goes for anybody else. But these thoughts are kind of one of those things I'm deciphering right now. Is I look at my social media, I use that as an example, and I really like what I have out there, but I also think about it, I'm like, I don't know, am I just doing this all for attention? But then I realized if I was doing this all for attention, then I would have stopped by now because the attention isn't there. Like, the numbers aren't there, the likes aren't there, the views aren't there, which is completely fine because that's not the reason I'm doing it anyway. But I still do it because I really enjoy doing it. I don't know what it is about making videos or making transitions or taking photos and blah blah. It makes me feel so good. Whether it's about myself or whether it's about, I think that's just my outlet of art, which not a lot of people understand sometimes. Like, I have a close family member that's just, I don't know, thinks I'm being way too sexy or way too out there, and I'm just trying to sell my body and all this stuff, when really that's not how I think of it in my brain. Like, when I look at my social media and I look at the stuff I make and the stuff I post, I just it just makes me feel good. Like, it's not like, oh, that's like sex appeal right there, which, like, of course, like, the world runs on sex appeal. I wish we'd all kind of freaking accept that. The world runs on sex appeal. Like, any Super Bowl commercial you get, no matter what it is, or I don't know, not like no matter what it is, but just whether it's marketing, whether it's sales, doesn't matter. You're always trying to have like underlying appeal, and whether you like it or not, having that sex appeal helps a lot more. So the world runs on sex appeal. And yes, my posts can be very revealing. But in my head, I don't see them as very revealing because there's other people out there posting way more than I do of their bodies. And I don't see myself as posting my body. I see myself as like, oh, I just made art with that photo. Like, I love the outfit I put together, even if it's just a bikini. But it's like the jewelry I put together, it's the hair I did, and I I don't edit my photos. And so I really like making raw art. So my all my photos and everything on Instagram, the only thing that be edited is just like when I take the photo, I bring the exposure down. And that's pretty much it, I think. But so I really like making raw art. So when I look at my photos and when I make art, it's just kind of this idea of me being my own muse, and I don't think people understand that. I think some do and some don't, and most don't, which is fine. Like, you're not meant to. It's a form of art in my brain, and art is supposed to comfort the disturbed and supposed to disturb the comforted. So it just depends on who you are and how it makes you feel. So if you look at my social media and it makes you uncomfortable, that really doesn't say something about me. That kind of says something about you and how you were brought up, or how your brain thinks, and blah 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 blah, and how it's programmed. And yeah, if I was out there like literally posting like porn content, I would understand. That'd be different, but I'm not. But so lately, I've been making art, and in my brain, that's the photos or modeling or fashion that I do. And I tend to be my own muse because I don't have anybody else to be my muse. And there's nothing wrong with that. There's a form of self-respect that comes with that, but you need to watch that. Like you're okay to love yourself. You should, obviously. And think of yourself extremely in a high manner, which I do. Um, and it's okay to have an ego. Let me explain that. It's okay to have an ego because you kind of need to. You kind of need to have just a little bit of an ego of like, I'm the shit. I'm the shit because that's going to get me through the day. I'm the shit. I can do this. I can continue doing this and working hard, and I can succeed because I'm the fucking shit. And even at my worst is fucking incredible. Like, you have to think that. It becomes detrimental when your ego is you thinking that you're better than everybody else, because that's never the case. Ever. Let's start there. Never, ever, ever the case. There's always someone better than you. There's always someone worse. There's never, ever, ever a top tier that you can get to. And I mean, if you're the smartest in the room, you're in the wrong fucking room. We all know that. We all know that saying. And feel that I'm used to being the smartest in the room. So when I'm not the smartest in the room, that puts me in kind of a new situation that I haven't fully figured out how to navigate all the time. But this is kind of a new thing in the last year where I've been put into rooms where I'm not the smartest. And that's fine. Like, I need to be made uncomfy. I need to be humbled. And I need to be brought back down to earth and realize, oh, hey, I have like a shit ton to learn yet. And again, once again, we're always, always, always going to have more to learn. Like, I mean, I'd be 90 and going to have more to learn. But I don't know everything as much as I have that ego a lot of the times to build me up and get me through the day and like, hey, you're the shit, you can do this. It's not really an ego. It is in a way, but it's also self-respect. It's self-respect. It's having standards. It's not letting anyone disrespect you. And if they do disrespect you, that's saying a lot more about them than it is you. So walk the fuck away and let them live with the disrespect, because that has nothing to do with you. That's obviously an underlying problem with them. But my brain lately has really humbled the fuck out of me, which this seems to be a reoccurring theme in this like last few months. In the last episode, I have to go back and re-listen to it because I kind of forgot what. Oh my god, never mind. I did not forget what it was about. I'm pretty sure it was mostly about a boy. Let's talk about said boy. But not like said boy, just the idea of said boy. My brain still fucks with me on that a little bit, and that pisses me off. Like, to have. Ugh! Why? Why? I haven't seen or talked to a person in months, nor do I like have this crazy attachment to them. And I definitely don't want to marry them. Like, that's such a big thing for me, to have interest in somebody and to date someone or stuff like that. Like, I want to have marriage material right away, and I need to be able to see that. And this person was marriage material, just not for me. Like, we didn't click. We did and we didn't. We did and we didn't. And the fact that it was on and off, we did click, we didn't click. Ooh, that alone says a sign. But a great person, amazing person. But the fact that he's still in my brain sometimes really irks me. Like, as a human being, I want to be able to let this stuff go. And I can't. I can't. Like, even right now, I I find myself when I post stuff on social media still, I'll still find myself like I said, if I like it, I'm going to post it. I'm not going to post it for anybody else. My social media is for me. But that doesn't mean that when I post something, I don't think, oh, I posted it because I like it. And then it's not that I don't think, I wonder if he'll like that. You know what? This isn't really his jam. He's not gonna really like this story. I'll still post it because I like it, but that thought of what he thinks, he said boy, he thinks, still comes into my head. And it's like a, ooh. It's like a shudder. My, like, my timbers are shivered every time. Like, stop. Why are you thinking that in the first place? Like, that's creepy as fuck. Stop. And it's not creepy, it's just a human heart thing, but it still irks me to, like, not have control. I usually have very good control over my thoughts. And so the fact that this one person months ago still pops in once in a while, take your leave, please. Take your leave. Because it's getting annoying. And just, like, I get frustrated when I can't have closure on things. I get frustrated when I can't move on from certain facets in life. And apparently my brain has decided to, like, still hold on to a little snippet of this said boy from October. And my brain needs to calm down and move on. But being said, moving on. But even right now, like, I find my brain thinking, like, if he's listening to this, I wonder how he's gonna think about what I'm saying. And I know he's not listening to this, but it's still, my brain, like, is double checking me, I guess, in a way. So, my fuck. Okay. He never liked the audio of these videos, so if you guys don't like the audio, sorry, not sorry. Apparently I still have yet to fix it, but um how are y'all doing? I want to know, like, what someone else listening wants me to talk about, because I don't know how, if I have, like, I can't have, like, monthly followers yet or anything, or monthly listeners on Spotify, cuz I just haven't posted enough, but I see a good amount of numbers that come in every episode, so maybe I should try and do a little thing there. If you guys want me to talk about something specific, DM me, and I should come up with, like, a topic outline next time I do this. And I need to start doing this more often because this is like my therapy. Like, I need to talk it out. I don't have anyone else to talk it out with. It's just me and this microphone. And whoever stumbles upon the audio, whether it's good or bad, sorry. But yeah, this is my form of therapy. And I've never really been one for therapy. I'm 22 years old, and I've never been one for therapy. Like, in school, when I was younger, it doesn't matter. It didn't seem worth it to me because, like I said, I'm used to being the smartest in the room, and then that's where that ego comes in. But sometimes I really was. Like, I don't know if it's just because I went through a lot when I was younger, or I was forced to grow up really fast. Like, I had to take care of people. Um, I was forced to grow up, and I think a lot of us are. A lot of us go through that, but I took care of people. I took care of my family, and I took care of myself, and blah 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 and all that good stuff. But so my brain developed it what felt like really fast. So I never really cared for therapy because I always felt like I was smarter than the therapist. Like, they'd say something to me and they'd say, "Hey, you're acting this way and you're feeling this way and so and so and so on because of this. Like, you are seeking out this validation because you couldn't find it when you were younger," or something like that. And, them breaking it down and deciphering it in front of me. And I'm like, bitch, yeah, I know I could have fucking told you that, but thank you. So I never did therapy because therapists would just repeat back to me exactly what I already had figured out. I'm like, yeah, I know, thank you. I already figured that out. But this is kind of my form of it, talking to myself and hearing where my brain is at, because sometimes I think I get too bundled up in work and I get too bundled up in family or whatever it is to figure out where my brain is at. And oh, and my brain is really tired. I've been so tired, and I've been working a lot, which is, I feel like I've been saying that too much too. Like, I get it, Sydney, you work hard. Shut the fuck up. I don't know why. I get annoyed with myself whenever I say I work hard. I don't want to say it out loud. Like, I want to let my success speak for myself, but like, no, I work hard. It's fine to say I work hard, and I'm extremely, extremely tired, and it's the best kind of tired I could ever ask for. So I really can't complain, but it's been fucking hard lately with work and stuff, and it's not a bad hard, it's a challenging hard, and it's the kind of hard that's like, it forces me to grow, which is what we should all be searching out as humans. Like, if you are in a position, if you're in a job and it's easy, like, that's great for you. Easy. If you enjoy it, you better enjoy it if it's easy, and make it worthwhile. But sometimes it's kind of better when it's not easy. Like, you need to push your boundaries, you need to push your limits, and you need to fucking buckle down. Because if you go throughout your whole life and you don't ever experience what real hard work feels like hours and hours in, no sleep, you'll sleep when you're dead type stuff, then you're missing out, and you kind of missed out on that disciplinary moments for yourself. And I'm so grateful that those disciplinary moments are coming for me now, and that I was able to make them happen now, and that I've been blessed with the people around me and the opportunities provided for me and given. Like, yes, I made those opportunities come about, but I also wouldn't have come about if I didn't have the people I did and the growth that I did. So if you aren't in a position like that where you feel challenged and you feel like you're growing and, I guess, adulting in a way, but just refining yourself, then maybe you should look into doing that, into finding something else to add to your routine, or maybe your job isn't right, blah, blah, blah. Like, if work is hard, make sure it's a good hard. Make sure it's worth that struggle. Make sure it's worth that hardship, and make sure it's worth the pain that you have to go through. Because it really is worth it. Like, to be able to go home and go to bed at night and be absolutely demolished, like, can't move anymore. I can't even move enough to get up and brush my teeth. And you know what? I have to go to bed. It's already late. I'm not going to sleep, and I need to get up and I need to do it all over again. There's such an accomplishing feeling with that, even though you need to be careful and balance it out. Like, don't burn yourself out, don't drain yourself. But actually, like, sometimes you, like, do need that. I realized lately, I think a part of me I think a part of me really likes pain. And that's so interesting to say. Like, I love pain. I love knowing that I pushed myself, and I love knowing that I pushed it to the fucking limits. And you know what? If anything, I pushed it past the limits. Sometimes that's bad. A lot of times that's bad, but recognize when it's good. Take the pain and get used to it, and then you can handle even more, and blah, blah, blah. So if your life isn't hard enough, or maybe it is, but if it's not the right type of hardship, find the right type of hardship. Find the hardship that's challenging you. Find the hardship that really, really pushes you to the fucking limits, and if anything, is absolutely painful. But yet you go to bed at night with a smile on your face. Your bones ache, your joints ache, but you go to bed at night with a smile on your face because you fucking did it. Like, no one else is working as hard as you. That's not the case. There are people that are working as hard as you, but you don't need to think that. You can feel that it's you and only you, and you fucking did that. So take that into account. But anyways, my work lately, I gotta sometimes I want to keep the good things to myself. Actually, most of the time I want to keep the good things to myself. And I know I've said that before, probably multiple times. And then yet I go ahead and do the opposite and contradict me saying that. And I'll tell you guys anyway. But for the effect of what's going on, I got a huge promotion at work, which is amazing. But it's the kind of promotion that, like, holy shit. They're putting all their eggs in one basket with me. And you may, like, some people may think, oh, that's like not that big of a promotion, that's not that big of a deal, blah blah blah. But let me tell you, my company, I cannot reiterate this enough, my company does not hire new. If you don't have certain experience and you don't find that elsewhere, they expect you to have found this experience and this training elsewhere and work your way up to this specific company. I've never worked elsewhere. And so the fact that I just had the connections with this company and I had a smaller role for them, which was literally receptionist, and my managers decided to put, like I said, their eggs in one basket and put all of their faith in me and think, hey, like, they brought me in a few months ago and sat me down, like, hey, do you think you could handle this position that we're thinking of putting you in? And I just said yes. And they're like, okay, go back to your desk, be patient, watch, observe, listen, and wait till we call you back again. Okay, so I went back to my desk. A month went by, 2 months went by, almost 3 months went by, and then there it was. They fired someone and decided to put me in the position. So apparently they had been planning to do this ever since I got there, because the training that they had sent me to like certify me or whatever that was required for this higher end position, they sent me to right away. And they had different excuses behind it beforehand, just to like, oh, well, you might as well get it done now. No, it's because they were planning on firing this dude and putting either me or one other person in position, and they end up doing me. So it's been a lot of pressure. It's been the best kind of pressure, though, because I've never worked harder for something in my life than I am right now. And I still feel like I'm not working enough. I'm not working hard enough. I don't have any free time. I'm losing sleep. My hand hurts from the amount of writing and notes that I'm doing, and I can tell you right now, I am not doing enough. I need to stop thinking that. And if you feel that way too, you need to stop thinking that. Like, you want to think, yeah, just give it your best. Okay, but like, yeah, this is really fucking good, but it's still not my best. Like, I still could be giving this a lot more of my hard work, and I'm not. And so my brain has been canceling myself out a little bit lately. So I'm like, hey, you're not doing enough. You need to get the fuck up. But I also am. Like, I'm doing fine. But anyways, this pressure at work, it's the kind of pressure that, like, really, really forces me to learn and really, really forces me to grow and understand people and finances and strategies and tactics. And yes, it forces me to understand manipulation. And that sounds so, like, negative, but, like, no. The kind of position I'm in, like, you need to understand how to work people. And you need to understand basically how to flirt. And I say that as someone who loves to flirt, and I flirt often, but I could tell you right now in full confidence, my roster is squeaky clean. And that's nothing really new. Like, I will talk to people face to face and kind of practice, I guess, flirting, and I'll practice those manipulation tactics on them. And again, that sounds bad, but it's like, for the position I'm in, I need to make people want what I have, what I'm selling, type stuff. And so you can do that in a positive manner and build those connections and make them magnetize towards you. And I feel like I've been practicing that all my life, because I had to be a sweet talker. Like, I was a small little girl. Like, I was the shortest in the class. I was the one who got bullied and blah blah, blah all this shit. I was the ugly anime kid. So I had to learn how to talk. I had to learn how to get people to respect me and be, again, like, magnetized towards me with my mouth and my words rather than, my looks and my popularity, because I didn't have that, nor did I want it. Let's start there. But yeah, I do flirt. But like I said, I kid you not, I don't have one guy in my phone right now. And not that I ever do, and if I ever do, it is only one at a time. Trust me right now, I had two guys in my phone at a time once, like a year ago, and I was talking to both of them at the same time. Oh my god. I can't do it. I can't do it. First of all, it's so unfair. And second of all, it just stresses me out. It stresses me out, and it's just not my thing. And one guy alone stresses me out if I have one in my phone, and I don't. I don't right now, and I need to really keep it that way because work is full-fledged. Like, I cannot get distracted. I can't afford getting distracted because so many people are relying on me, and so many people are like, I can't. I just can't. But I also, guys, I'm so fucking lonely. Like, I miss my friends, and my friends actually came out recently for my birthday. I don't mean come out like as gay, but like low key I think they are gay, but whatever. No, I'm just kidding. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. They're not gay. That's me giving them shit. But um they came out recently for my birthday, and because they live in a different state, and gosh, that was healing. That was so nice because I just don't have friends here. And it's not that I don't, it's that, like, I don't have friends here where it's like, comfort people, Like, someone I can just hit up on a weeknight or any night and just have that comfort person. Like, just come sit in my presence. Let's just hang out. Let's go run errands together and let's do that. I don't have anyone like that, which is totally fine. I'm used to doing it by myself anyway, but God, it was getting to me a little bit a few months ago, which is when I think I made that last podcast. And then I kind of got healed a little bit when my friends came and visited me. And now I'm still doing fine not having anyone, but my brain is definitely tricking me up a little bit with that because, like I said, like I said, that one voice still trickles in my head once in a while, and I really get annoyed with that because, well, for one, I know he's not like thinking of me like that, but for two, that's kind of like unfair to. I don't even know what to think. I guess it's just the human head, human heart doing things because I don't even like him. Like, I do, but I don't like, oh my god, head over heels in love with this guy. I want to marry him. If I don't want to marry him, then no. So it is interesting how my brain is working lately. But I've found myself finding that comfort in audiobooks. Oh my god, guys, I was listening to this audiobook recently, and it is called Powerless. Damn. Damn! That book has crack in it. I swear. I swear to God. It is so good, and it's getting me through right now. And I say getting me through as if I'm struggling. I'm not. It's just like, it's adding to my life. It's adding so much joy to my life because it's turning my brain off. God, it's hard to turn my brain off. Oh, I'm so tired. But it turns my brain off, and damn, it is so nice. I've said this before, I don't drink and I don't smoke, and so I don't vape. I don't have those things to turn my brain off. Like, when I'm having anxiety, and actually it's been really good lately. I don't really have it that often, but when I do, or when I'm thinking, and I just want my brain to be quiet, I don't have those outlets to help that. Yes, I could just go take a drink and blah blah, but like, it's just not me. It's not my body. But So my outlets tend to be either this right now, talking it out to myself. And I don't know if this is helping anybody else, but it's helping me. And that's all that matters. And you know what? It could help somebody else. So I'm going to post it. Um, and I hope you enjoy. If you listened and watched this far, I'm like so happy you're still here. This is such an intimate moment. Oh my God. Look, it's such an intimate moment between us, and I'm stuttering. You're making me stutter. But anyways, um, my way of turning my brain off would be music. That's kind of my meditation in a way, I guess. It's my drug. But lately, music hasn't been doing it the way I've wanted it to. It just hasn't been able to shut my brain off. And so I've noticed, like, if I find a really good audiobook where I'm just like enveloped in the story, that's helped a lot. Um, but the one thing I've big time, the one thing that completely shuts my brain down, like, can't think of anything, and I just can fully relax and get the best rest I've ever had, is when I'm cuddling with someone. Isn't that crazy? I think that's it for a lot of people, but when you're cuddling with someone, and it's the fact that it happens so rarely, but like when it does happen, and then you just kind of have that healing moment, and they can just hold on to that for like months at a time until you need to cuddle somebody again. Dude, cuddling and just laying with someone and being held, people, like, it feels as though you're not allowed to talk about that. It feels as though you're not allowed to talk about the intimate moments that aren't as intimate. Like, that feeling of just laying on someone's chest, or having head scratches, or just the actual body warmth of someone else being next to you. I've noticed that that's the biggest thing that just shuts my brain off. And the fact that I hardly ever experience it makes it frustrating for my brain, because that's what makes it lonely, I guess. It's because I just want that comfort. I just want someone to lay with and just feel that warmth. But then, really, like, I need to find that comfort elsewhere, whether it's music or audiobooks, because I don't have that, nor do I want it right now. So it's kind of, you gotta really push it off. So if you're going through something similar, hit me the fuck up. Let's go get a mocktail and talk about it. Just kidding. I don't have time for a mocktail. But yeah, I've yapped on this one. I yapped a lot about myself on this episode, which I guess maybe that's what I'm supposed to do. I'm not really sure. But if you enjoyed it, if it helped you at all, I'm really glad. And I'm so sorry if the audio was absolute horseshit. So, um, I don't know. I hope you guys have a wonderful evening. Keep doing what you're doing. And if you don't like what you're doing and it's not healthy for you, then never mind. Don't keep doing what you're doing. Change it. What you're not changing, you're choosing. So be careful with that, you guys. And I don't say this as like all high and mighty, hey, I got my shit together. I say this as in I don't have my shit together. And I am working really fucking hard to get it together. But there will always be something to work on. So don't be discouraged. And find time to relax sometimes. Maybe go get a massage. Oh my gosh, is that healing? Yes, it is. It's amazing. Um, like maybe a once a month thing. Go get. Oh my god, I'm tired. Sorry. If you're listening on Spotify, hi. I hope you enjoyed my voice. It's pretty late at night, and I'm very tired. And if you're watching on YouTube, do you like, I know you can't see my room, but like you can see parts of it. It's so cute, you guys. I just redid my room about 2 months ago, and go, that helped me so much. It just, now my room looks the way my brain looks, or my brain feels, if that makes sense. Like, my room looks like me, and that has helped me a lot to just be able to think clearly and be in your own space. So I'll explain it to you. First of all, when you walk in, I have my stilettos up on my wall on a stack. They're so cute. Um, I have deep burgundy reds along with black and a little bit of cheetah print. I think it's one thing of cheetah print in here, or leopard. Which I know is the trend, which I was super late to, but I literally have only one thing of leopard in this room. Otherwise, I have an 8-ball pillow and a 7-ball pillow and just anything that really tickles my brain. So maybe that will help. If you guys are going through it and you are not being able to think clearly or just don't have a space to really be able to think clearly in or to relax and have that comfort and to be able to shut down in, maybe redo your room. You could do it for super cheap. It didn't really cost me much to do my room at all. I did it all myself and I repainted everything. Which I know it doesn't seem like a big accomplishment, but it is. I there's so many things wrong. So with my room and things like that, the trim around the window, did that, got that done. So hanging the stuff up, those little handyman things I'm very proud of. So, but yeah, learn it. Do your room and make yourself a space. Okay. Okay, I'm blabbering. Okay, I'm blabbering. Um Thank you so much for coming to my TED Talk. Thank you so much for listening to me. And I'm glad you got me on a later evening so that I'm calm, because sometimes in the morning I might be a bit more yappy and making a lot more noise. Stuff like that, I guess. But thanks for listening to Beyond the Horizon with Brumby. And I will see you guys next time that I can't get my thoughts straight. So, love you. Have a good night. Peace.